Kanye West and Jordan Brand collaborating together. I know you didn't think that was ever gonna happen, but today you may just find out otherwise. How about those Dunk Low Pandas that disappeared off the Nike app? Well, today we got a release date. We're gonna get into all of this and more, but first let's start with a release recap, talking about the Jordan 1 Dark Marina Blue. Yes, these dropped today in the EU, the UK, but of course they're still delayed out in the US, so I guess I'm pretty much just asking any of my UK gang, did you manage to get a pair or not? I'll give you a little look. This is my success. As you can see, it says my name right at the front and it says, nope, you just were not selected. I mean, it just seems about medium kind of hype for this pair of shoes. Nothing too crazy, just pretty, yeah, it's another Jordan 1 and it is the first one of 2022. Maybe you managed to get a pair, you want to check out a review, there is one up on the channel, but of course let me know what happened to you today. Let me know if you got them or if you missed out. Chuck it down in the comment section. Now, although you guys out in the US, you didn't get the Jordan 1 Marina Blue, I believe that's delayed till next month, you did get the Yeezy 350 Blue Tint restock on January the 22nd, and we're still left out here in the UK. Now, as of right now, I'm not too sure whether this is something that is just literally delayed and we will get it out here in the UK and the EU. I'm gonna choose to believe that that is the case, but either way, you guys out in the US, let me know whether you managed to get this pair of sneakers or if it was just another meh, I'm passing. All right, let's get into the juicy stuff, the one that you guys have kept asking me about, and of course that is the Dunk Low Panda. What the hell happened? It popped up on the Nike app. It was scheduled to drop, I believe, on the 12th or something like that this month. However, it just disappeared and everyone was wondering, well, where is it? Is it going to drop? Is it delayed? What's going on? Well, yes, the information that we had was that it was delayed and now we have a new release date. And anybody out in the US who never had it popping up and was like, yo, is this going to be a UK thing? Well, actually, it's popped up now for the US only. So currently, this Nike Dunk Low, the black and the white colorway, along with a bunch of other ones, have all loaded up to drop on February the 2nd. Now again, here in the UK, we don't actually have it loaded up on the Nike app. It just disappeared. But because it was loaded, this is definitely going to drop. It's just a matter of when. Now, I assume because the US is getting it on February the 2nd, it's going to be also for us here in the UK, and it just hasn't loaded up yet. But we're just going to have to wait and see. And again, any more information on that, I will let you guys know. Now, like I said, that's not the only dunk that's going to be dropping on February the 2nd. This is another one that is loaded up on the Nike app. Again, not the Nike sneakers app, the regular Nike app. This is called the Dunk Low Harvest Moon. I believe this is a woman's colorway. Now, we already had this drop here in the EU/UK. This colorway is actually solid, very, very solid in my opinion. I went for it. I tried to get it for my girlfriend who really, really wanted this pair. I struck out, so I imagine this one's going to be pretty tough to get your hands on. Again, already dropped here in the UK, so US, this one's for you, February the 2nd. Yet another colorway that is set to drop on the 2nd of February. These are all should be loaded up on the Nike app. I believe you can go and search them, favorite them, so that they're saved come drop day and you have it all just in one place. But this is the Venice colorway, which kind of looks like a very, very faded purple, maybe gray kind of color. Again, super neutral, super wearable. So this is a nice little colorway right here. And again, loaded up for February the 2nd. Not much to say. If you're after any of these dunks, just go and check out your Nike app. And again, keep your eye out for some retailers. Speaking of dunks, we've got a new dunk collaboration coming through. You guys remember last year when Bodega collaborated on a dunk high, and I believe they did 2 colorways? Well, there's another colorway apparently, and that is the one that we're looking at right now. So maybe not my favorite, maybe not of the caliber of the last ones, but still interesting and still something that we're going to be seeing apparently this year. It's got some brown, it's got some of that teal blue, darker blue, and yellow on the toe box. It's a very big mixture. It's got all those kind of the leather kind of sewing thing going on, I believe, around the back of the sneaker. It's not too bad, but at the end of the day, we don't have any release dates, so we're not going to get too deep into this, so let's keep it moving. Another dunk that is set to drop, and apparently coming on January the 30th, so right around the corner, this is the Setsuban Nike Dunk Low. So take a look at this, another really crazy Nike Dunk Low collaboration, which is something that we like to see. I gotta say, like, on the outside it's super wearable. It's just a brown tones all the way through, and then you got that purple Nike swoosh. You've got a mini Nike swoosh on the toe box, and then some kind of Setsuban logo. I'm not too sure the inspiration behind this, and then the insoles get crazy with some artwork on there, which looks fantastic. Take that as a very speculated release date, January the 30th. Okay, this is my last dunk story, I promise, but this one is probably my favorite favorite out of all of them. So last year, my favorite Nike Dunk to drop was the Carpet Company Nike Dunk High. And guess what, guys? We may just be looking at the second collaboration. So instead of going with a super wearable kind of light blue with a bunch of different graphics, it looks like they're going with a very sharp tangerine orange color. Now, this is still a fantastic colorway. Like, obviously, the Carpet Company was such a freaking amazing dunk from last year. I'm just excited to see what they come up with this one. It doesn't look to be as detailed as the last one. I don't even know whether that material on the upper kind of tears away like the previous one. Again, there is TBA for the release date, so we don't actually have an exact month, but sometime here in 2022, crossing our fingers, I'd like to see a release or another collaboration with Carpet Company because they killed it last year. We've got another CDG or Comme des Garçons collaboration hitting us with the dirty prices for sure. This is an Air Max 97. In fact, we've got a couple different colorways here. We've got an all over black and an all over lightish blue. There's no actual retail price listed, but again, you can safely assume it's going to be relatively high. I actually really like the look of these. The materials look very, very interesting, so I definitely like to see some more kind of close-up images, some more detailed images, so we can really get a feel for what that material is. Right, you remember the Sacai Blazer Low? Pair of shoes that I feel like almost nobody likes. Well, guess what? We're getting another colorway, guys. Again, I don't know what Sacai is doing. Listen, give us the Vapor Waffles. Give us those final two colorways. Thank you. It's been delayed for like a year now. Where the hell is it? But speaking of what we're actually supposed to be speaking of, the Blazer Low appears in patent leather because, of course, that was what was missing from this pair of sneakers for us all to like it, was patent leather. Look, I gotta be honest, the black and white is very simple. It looks clean. Patent leather? Really? Do we need that? Either way, whatever your thoughts and opinions are on this pair of sneakers, it looks to be coming relatively soon. I mean, we've seen a Cause collaboration, we've seen all of the other colorways, no specific month, but 2022 for a release date. This next pair of shoes, right? I'm just gonna flash you this picture. Did you think that was an off-white Jordan? Did you think that? Well, it's not. So take a look at what it actually is. It's an upcoming Jordan, yes, but it's a Jordan 1 mid and it's called Inside Out. When I first looked at this, I thought, oh, this is Jordan 1 off-white for sure, but no, it's just Nike doing what Nike does best. They're dropping a mid with very familiar design aspects to, I guess, previous Jordan 1 off-white collaboration. So all over, like, super clean pearl white, you've got some grays in there and just some really nice colors. Sail for the laces, so I guess it kind of looks like it's reversed. Either way, it's a very, very clean Jordan 1 mid and it looks super similar to an off-white. You've even got the little orange stitching kind of looking very close to the off-white orange tag. Let me know what you think of this one. Either way, this is going to be dropping sometime here in 2022. Hopefully it's a nice, you know, global release and they're not going to chuck it in the US or Asia or something like that. Hopefully we all get a chance to grab this pair if we wanted it, but again, no specific month. These are just kind of early leaks, but very good pictures, I must say. You guys want to get some information on how you guys can get hooked up with the Air Force One Louis Vuitton Virgil Abloh collaboration? Well, let me break it down for you guys. Essentially, you're never gonna get your hands on it. Check this story out. They actually have the audacity to say how to buy the Nike and Louis Vuitton Air Force One and the pilot case. They're like, oh damn, how do I get my hands on that? Click, and then they reel you in and they tell you, listen bruh, you're never gonna get these because guess what? There's only gonna be 200 pairs and they're gonna be auctioned off for prices that you don't even know existed. They are going to be auctioned off with a starting price at $2,000, which means these are going to reach astronomical numbers considering the amount of people that are going to want to get their hands on this pair. And because it's an auction, you know it's going to be people in nice suits ready to splash the cash. So again, it's a Sotheby's auction. Some of like the most expensive sneakers that have ever existed were auctioned off at the Sotheby's auction. This isn't for us, right? This is for the people, you know, putting up their numbers at the auction house. It's not for us. So Yeezy hasn't really been doing much this month. They've pretty much just dropped the blue tints and that's about it. Well, guess what? The next Yeezy drop is coming on the 31st of January. They've waited till the final day. Does anybody else feel like January just lasts forever? Like it just never ends. It just keeps going. You wake up and you're like, oh, it's a new day. but we're still in January. We're getting the Yeezy MNVN that we saw from last year. Again, we saw like what the metallic, the purple one, and now we're getting the resin colorway. So this is going to complete, I think there's a 4-pack of different MNVNs that we're going to be getting. I think it's going to look relatively similar to the past ones. Like, it's nothing too crazy. Maybe just like a darker, faded out, more phosphor colorway. Anybody is interested, apparently January the 31st. So more Yeezy news. We've got another upcoming pair of 350s. Well, guess what? We're getting another black colorway. This time it's again called Onyx. Very, very similar to the Statics and also the Cinder colorway. Yeezy brand knows that, you know, all black 350s just do the work. They sell out. People love to wear them, and they're just going to pump out another colorway. Nothing too special about this in terms of, like, you know, nothing really different, nothing crazy. It's a nice solid pair of 350s. I definitely think, you know, if you don't have a triple black colorway, this is a nice option, especially if you can get it for retail. In terms of a release date, spring 2022 looks to be where it's lined up for, and apparently a new retail price of $230. Yes, inflation is a bitch. Add to the list of 350s, this one is definitely a lot more interesting, something we did speak about a decent amount last year. The Yeezy 350 V2 Compact Slate, red this time. So this is the red colorway, and it's dropping in February. We've got another picture of the actually like completed version. Before, we only had like the upper and then the molds and stuff like that, but this is it right here. And I gotta say, I think I would have liked this sneaker a hell of a lot more if it didn't have that brown in it. I think that brown kind of kills this one. It's the most comfortable Yeezy you're gonna put on your feet. It's incredibly comfortable. If you wanted something, you know, even more comfortable than a regular 350, this is a great option. I mean, this is like very rare that we get an all over red Yeezy, so this is probably going to be relatively popular, and especially because the last Compact Slate was only a US exclusive, I'm sure a lot of us are going to be trying to get our hands on this one. So yeah, as soon as we get a date, you know I will keep you guys up to date. Finally got some more information on the Maniere Air Jordan 2. That's right, the 2. So remember we spoke about it last year and we didn't have any images, we just had rendered images. Well, now we've got some actual early looks at the pair of sneakers. These images are pretty bad, so take a look at this one. We got one from the back. It looks to take on the exact same kind of ethos as the Jordan 1s in terms of materials and colors. We've got that cracked leather back. 2, we've got that kind of Bordeaux or maroon color, and then 3, we still got that snake skin on the back. Now this image, is really hard to see what the hell's going on, but an incredibly close-up picture of the tag. Like, is someone just taking it from afar and just zoomed in 100 times on their phone to take this picture? And then we've got this blurry one of the back of the logo. So yeah, I'm sorry about these pictures, really not much to show you guys, but at least we know some of the materials that are going to be used, and it's very, very similar to the Jordan 1, so that's kind of what we can expect. Oh, and then there's one more down at the bottom here. This is of the toe box, the cracked leather, and the snake skin. Do apparently have a expected release date, which is pretty odd. April the 29th. I would imagine that moves around a little bit. Either way, April the 29th is what we're getting from House of Heat, so we're gonna go with that. Right, before we talk about Kanye West and Jordan Brand, let me tell you guys what the best-selling sneaker of 2021 was. Let me give you guys a guess, actually. So yeah, go ahead, guess down in the comment section what is the best-selling sneaker of 2021. Don't cheat. And now 3, 2, 1. It was the triple white Air Force One. For the second year in the row, this is the best-selling sneaker of 2021. Now, that being at number 1, we had the number 2 spot being the Nike Air Max 270. The Nike Air Vapor Max Plus follows it in 3rd. And then the Nike Revolution 5 in 4th place. Nike Air Max 97 in 5th. And then an Adidas sneaker at number 6. The Adidas NMD R1. And then we've got the Air Max 90, the Vapor Max Fly Knit, the Air Jordan 1 Retro High, and then the Air Jordan 13, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, those are the top selling. Is it any surprise? Not really, not at all. I thought Dunks would be on this list to some degree. Let's talk about Kanye now. Let's talk about what is going on with this guy. So essentially what happened was Kanye was in the studio with DJ Khaled. They met up to work, I guess, on music for whether it's Donda 2 or whether it's DJ Khaled's album, or maybe just a single, I'm not too sure, but they were together after that little meetup, Kanye West posted to Instagram a picture of a Jumpman logo. Dun dun dun. And then somehow Marcus Jordan gets involved and he actually puts out a tweet and he says, let's make that convo happen. He tags DJ Khaled with the eyeball emoji. He tags Kanye West and Pops, aka Michael Jordan. He says it's a new year, new teeth, new stores, new watches, new whips, and new convos. Whatever the hell that means. I don't know what new teeth. Either way, Kanye and like Jordan has always had a little bit of a weird relationship. Like last year, or was it 2020? I believe it's 2020. Kanye posted a picture of himself wearing a pair of Court Purple. He's also been very vocal about just talking about Jordans in general and how he needs to be wearing them, or he should be allowed to wear them in terms of his Adidas contract. But either way, this picture right here is pretty crazy in terms of the grand scheme of things. Imagine Kanye West and Jordan Brand coming together to collaborate. I honestly just cannot imagine Nike or Jordan Brand ever being able to give Kanye West the amount of freedom that he has had to create some of his crazier stuff with Adidas. Could you imagine this being a Nike shoe? I don't think so. Could you imagine Nike and Kanye coming together to create this? But either way, whether you think this is going to happen or not, we've seen crazier things. They met together and came up with something. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you think of a Yeezy and Jordan collaboration. Could these two ever come together, and what would it look like? I have no idea, but I'd love to hear your creative thoughts down in the comment section. That pretty much wraps it up for today's news. Thank you guys so much for coming through and hanging out with me. Again, we do this every single Sunday, so be sure to hit the subscribe and join me as we do the news every single week. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out, liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.